Welcome back, citizens. Invictus is right around the corner, and CIG just dropped a ton of new info across the board. Wikelo Showroom is back with new armor and additional surprises. Inside Star Citizen dropped today as well and gave us our first real look at the new vehicles and ships that we're getting this Invictus. And for the first time ever, it looks like they're letting us adjust the recoil on our ship weapons in the current PTU. And some signs are pointing to a big reveal we're all hoping for. Let's get into it. First off, as mentioned, Wikelo Showroom is back, and while many of the same things are on display, everything's been rearranged and we got some new stuff in there as well. There are 3 brand new armor sets available. Each of the new armor sets are a camo style for a different environment, and they seemingly added a second Atlus combat suit in the same location, and they are giving us access to several unlockable weapon variants, primarily of the new Volt SMG. I would definitely swing by and take a look and see if any of it's to your liking. And in regards to the Invictus haul, they implemented the majority of the signage, and it gave us some solid new details about 4 upcoming vehicles, the MTC, the Starlancer TAC, Guardian MX, and Asgard. Now, the showroom floor doesn't have these vehicles physically present yet, but this week's Inside Star Citizen finally gave us our first real look at them in engine. The MTC looks like the Grey Cat equivalent of an APC. It's clearly built for ground support, armed, armored, and able to carry gear and weapons for crew on board while traversing rough terrain. Think tactical delivery and frontline support all in one package. The Asgard, meanwhile, looks like a Valkyrie variant that's more focused on vehicle transport than troop drops. From what we've seen, it seems specifically designed to carry heavier vehicles like the Nova tank, something the standard Valk struggled with. This could really change how we handle ground ops. We also got our first look at the Guardian MX, as well as additional footage of the Starlancer TAC, which we saw quite a bit of footage of last week, but their presence here signals they're likely ready for Invictus regardless, which is an excellent sign. The Guardian MX has the standard Mirai stylings you would expect, but with sharper angles on the wings or binders that sort of remind me of RSI. To me, it looks somewhat reminiscent of the Scorpius or the Mantis. Also, another interesting thing that came up is some of the updated signage and detailing around the Idris caught the community's eye again, including a turret that looks like it's likely the one that's described for the Idris K, and some signage that heavily hints to the fact we're likely getting the ship soon. I'd definitely keep your eye out for additional updates regarding the Idris. But with the amount of teasing and hinting that CIG is doing, it seems highly improbable they wouldn't at least release the Idris P at this point, which is the freighter variant of the ship, which lacks any sort of spinal mounted weaponry, like the railgun. And as mentioned, we did get a first look at some new armor sets. These were shown off in Inside Star Citizen as well as the Invictus haul today. These will either be part of an Invictus gear drop in the store, or may be offered in-game as some form of unlockable. These aren't exactly my style of armor, but I think the blue one looks pretty good. And while all that's going on, as mentioned, CIG is also testing recoil on some ship weapons. Here's what's being tested right now. The CF337 Panther repeaters, the ANR 12 cannons, and finally the RSI Polaris main cannon. These weapons generate significant recoil during sustained fire, and there's now a new menu option to scale or disable that recoil effect. To me, this seems like an early groundwork for an AI blade integration. My guess, eventually blades will help compensate for recoil, and maybe even provide firing stabilization during combat. It would be interesting to see them get integrated for more than just operating turrets at the end of the day. It's a small shift for now, but it's laying the foundation for deeper ship customization in the future. So we've got new armor, new vehicles teased, new weapon mechanics being experimented with, and some Idris breadcrumbs that are looking more obvious by the week. It's really starting to feel like this is going to be one of the best Invictuses we've ever had. If you're hyped for Invictus, drop a like and hit that subscribe button. I'll be covering all the reveals, sales, and surprises as they go live. Got thoughts on the Idris, the MTC, or how recoil might change space combat? Let me know in the comments. And if you're new to Star Citizen, grab my referral code from the description. It gets you a bonus when you join and helps support the channel. Thanks for watching, fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.